You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Council Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform where they turn up for the true and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Term them like this, where politics they shape the future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to
One program where they ask the hard question them and so bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers. The voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue. One-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one. Only on Liberty Online TV.
I think currently I have a thing for Vicky Remo.
Hello viewers, we don't bring different content then to you, and we know the tire for make the content then where you like. And now we dey bring fun and shorts with Adri. This na game show also your favorite celebrity, social media influencers, students, and other people play game they like. Truth and shots, charades, riddles, and other game there where you self go learn from. This content will come to you every Sunday, 9 o'clock na net. Now all the Liberty Online TV social media platforms there.
She chose number one. She's always number one.
Period.
On top.
Period. On top.
Yeah.
So not miss out. Join me for laugh with your favorite celebrity and social media influencers there.
For the news we take around, log into Liberty TV online. Positive, we bring the change. They get the masses involved. That's them everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Voices come. Credibility, now we ability news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking the security power. They count on me, they count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, God begin the security power.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the midweek edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We they stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We where they bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Wednesday morning. My name na Khadija Bangura.
And me, na Al Hassan Kumar. Pleasant good morning to you. We always on the watch the Breakfast Show. Today on Wednesday, November 12, 2025. And inside this edition of the program, we can assess President Bill in latest decisive measures in the fight against drug in the country. You the watch, we go say we message to the number +23274 200 545, or either drop you message them now the different platform they will say the watch with this morning, and sure say you keep your messages into the issues and normal what they discussed now the program this morning.
All right, well, this and plenty other story them, they na the program for you this morning, and also yesterday, the Political Parties Registration Commission, where na PPRC, be meet with the two main political party them, when na the APC and the SLPP. After this BNTM, according to the PPRC, they say they get concerned, but some thing them where both the APC and the SLPP member them don't they talk na the media, especially things they will get for do with war and other violent statements them, where then two political parties don't they make na the media. Well, this be make the PPRC being concerned. As we all know, the PPRC, na the Political Parties Registration Commission, and na the institution where Parliament get the mandate for regulate all the affairs of political party them. So if ahead of the 2028 elections, political party they don't begin for use various media platform them for talk about things them where them believe say go bring violence, and they talk about war. This be make the PPRC being concerned and call them two political party na a meeting yesterday na them PPRC office na Tawail. Well, on the phone now for give updates, but waiting at some of the things them where PPRC been warned them two political party about, and serve the two political party them been sign an agreement to PPRC say then go desist for talk about then thing there so na the media. We get Olusegun A. David, when are the executive secretary for the Political Parties Registration Commission on the phone. We go can give updates. Good morning, Olu, and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Mabel. Good morning, listeners. Thank you very much for having me on the breakfast show.
All right, as I don't tell with viewers then this morning, yesterday when I've been summoned the SLPP leadership and the APC leadership to a meeting, because when I've been get concerned about certain statements them where the members then don't they make this BNTM na the media, especially one we get for do with war and other violent statements them. Firstly, let we look at some of the things them where una been discussed with them two political party and why una concerned about them statements here where don't they come out from the members them.
It's an institution charged with the principal responsibility not only for registered political party, but as enshrined in the Political Parties Act number 25 of 2022, it further gives the mandate for regulate, monitor, and supervise the conduct of parties. One of the principal functions as well are for ensure say we effectively regulate the political space through an effective supervision and monitoring of political party activity. And we don't follow through media conversations, both on social media, traditional media space, and the utterances and the wordings of the respective political party representatives, they're not really well. And then critically they in violation of the provisions of the Political Parties Act as contained in sections 39(2)(a), when they talk about the use of obscenity words, when they talk about incitements, and any other rhetorics or wordings, we actually they bring national cohesion and foster peace. So as an institution, we are worried, we are concerned, and political parties are our partners, and so we get a responsibility for someone in the leadership of both parties. For now, we can get a conversation on the issues regarding messaging from their respective representatives on media platforms. And we use the opportunity as well for showcase some snippets of some of their messages then, which are really undeniable, and we actually get to deeper conversations. And I'll tell you, it was a very fruitful meeting, very positive, and the leadership of both parties, I want to use this platform for commend them for their sincerity and honesty, because they'll be able to affirm that they have no excuse, in terms of the content of the messages, the way they send to the media. And it was equally agreed by them that they will definitely work hand in glove with their respective membership and constituents to ensure, say, a repeat of those things must actually not be done anymore. The commission, we tell them, you cannot, we agree you have varied views, you have varied ideas, varied opinion, irrespective of those variations. You must ensure that your messaging is in line and in tune with the provisions of the law. So we don't act in abstract just because of our emotions or because of our inclination in terms of our political sentiments. But in all we do, we say we have a responsibility to the people of Sierra Leone, and we equally get for carry ourselves in a manner which befits that responsibility as bestowed on political parties in Section 35(1) of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone.
Oluwan go dey wonder say why it take the PPRC this long before una caution them political party, especially with the issues them we get for do with statements them where one of the APC member, the whip na parliament actually be make say the 2028 election go determine if whether war go come back na the country. Why it take the PPRC so long for call them political party and caution them?
Well, I don't want to say it take too long. When you deal with political party leadership, when you deal with politics generally, you get to ensure you get all of the facts and rights. Like I tell you in the first intro, I say we'll be able to catalog a host of speech from the respective representatives of the parties that will play to their hearings. And when when you don't have enough evidence for substantiate certain claim, and when you not get to a particular threshold, then you get for ensure you get all the evidence and the required information necessary. That by the time you bring it out, then nobody will able for deny. Because at the end of the day, the ultimate intention of the commissioner for ensure a repeat of that not ever be again. And that's exactly what we'll be able to achieve yesterday. So it not really take me long. Once they were on the airwaves, on a daily basis, when they listen to media outlets, on a daily basis, when they listen to every information where they come out from the political parties leadership they want. On a daily basis, we actually watch all the newspapers. So these were investigation like process. Until you have all your facts together, then you can be able for mix with them and bring them out and tell the wrongdoers them and present it before them. And in that instance, none of them were able to deny because the evidence are actually there. So we're not really delay. We were gathering our information, gathering the evidences. Then once we get up, that's the reason why when we displayed them yesterday, none of them were able to say anything, not able to say that they have no excuse for what they don't do, and then they'll definitely different from those inciting and those particular threatening and rhetorics we don't come up from the respective representatives.
So, David, Section 39(1) of the PPRC Act of 2022, they frown out using the rhetoric statements them where they incite public attention from the political parties them. Are you able for assess compliance base, as you rightly don't mention, say we're not able for talk with the two major political parties in the country?
Because the provision of the law is very clear, like how you don't paraphrase them. That's the provision of the law. And in terms of compliance, it is imperative on political parties that they therefore comply with the dictates and provisions of the law. And that's the reason why, after the meeting, the leadership of both parties, witnessed by the PPIC and the commissioner representing the acting electoral commissioner, with a member of the commission, witnessed the signing of commitment from the respective leadership that they will refrain from those acts. In addition to the signing, a letter was equally written to the leadership of both parties with the title warning as provided for in Section 39. And we don't inform them if they continue with such acts, then the commission will be left with no option and for invoke the next provision provided in the Political Parties Act as contained in Section 39 again, we will definitely we'll go for find it. And if it's going to continue, we'll move to the next layer as provided by law, we'll suspend them. And before we come to the ultimate, which is the registration, as a commission, even though we have a regulatory powers, even though yes, we have all the law, but again, we are Kumra, we are catering for all registered political parties. However, even whilst we be Kumra, that not mean say the picking for continue for the misbehave. That's the reason why we have laws that guide us in society, and that's exactly the part we don't remind them of, and that's what we definitely do in a circumstance there's infringement of those provisions. As per the law, we don't call them to a meeting. We've had a discussion. They've signed up to a document. They will refrain from such conducts and acts. That's the first step. We don't send an official letter to them telling them that they should desist, and in a circumstance they continue to invoke the spirit of the law, and that's exactly what we are going to do.
All right, many thanks, Olusogun, where you talked to we this morning and give we update. But waiting come on at the meeting where PPRC all yesterday with the two main political party leadership, where na the APC and the SLPP, and that's na the executive secretary for the all political parties registration commission, where na the body will get the mandate for regulate political party them. Well, as you hear from Olu, APC and SLPP yesterday, they don't sign an agreement, say then go talk to the membership for desist from words them we get for do to war and other violence talk them way. According to the PPRC, then two party the members them don't they engage for the past couple of weeks leading to months na the media. Well, we tell una earlier say today we they can continue for look at the issues of drugs, we don't be a crisis na the country. If you remember, April last year, His Excellency the President be declare as a state of emergency. He set up a task force, way for work together for ensure say then put things there in place for curb some of these particular drugs and other substance them where they can at the country, where don't they embark the life of young people, especially the one where they can call Kush or Tramadol. But from where His Excellency set up this task force, 1 year down the line, we see again outside this particular drugs when they call Kush continue for come na the country, we make His Excellency himself take up the fights. He set up another 5 decisive measures adding to the 5 pillars where it be done set up for ensure say the fight against the substance there. Well, at the studio this morning, na a pleasure for get the Minister of Internal Affairs, we na Morie Lengor. Ego can't talk to we, but issues them. We get for do with drugs. We go get updates on the Yenga issue. If una can remember, Salon people them we na Yenga, they be don't move commode because Guinean soldier man them been come back and say now then get this particular place. Well, from that time to now, the two authority them, the Salon government and the Guinean government don't they engage, waiting at the status, waiting to happen there. You go know inside this edition of the Breakfast Show and self-lawlessness, the tell way Morie Lengor be just take up office. Now, one of the things then this way is say they want for FET as a government to be see outside there at the Freetown City Council and be pull a list say about 123 streets them, then they pull people and the way they sell they and self they control bike rider them now the CBD. Well, Morie Lengor go give you updates on all of them things there so this morning. Good morning, Mr. Minister, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much, Lady Chair. And thank you for the invitation.
All right.
And also congratulations for this very beautiful studio.
Thank you, sir.
One they do very well now in the media and young people. And congratulations.
Thank you very much. And a pleasure for getting you here this morning. So let me start with the major issue, winner drugs. And we don't they see Usai, a lot of people them don't they into Ghana, especially the youthful population. And when you look at President's bill in agenda and some of him priority them, now somebody were very particular about young people them, and also they talk about human capital development. But if then young people there so we want for empower, we want for develop, they don't go into substance abuse. Pictures then they all over, they see the body they not treat. Firstly, as a government, what will make up of substance? We don't become a crisis in Sierra Leone.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's really sad and regrettable with young people getting involved in drugs because of social issues, peer group mechanism, peer group pressures, and also sometimes people they say because of hardship and all that. So people look for quick escape routes, through those harmful drugs and other indulgences like alcoholism, etc. It's really sad. But as a government, we're very, very much concerned, and we have been addressing them in different ways. But of course, HE declared a state of emergency, and we are working on it. And then all of a sudden, there was another surge. But then we revisited the strategy we had. On Thursday the 30th, as you could remember, HE called us to high-level meeting updates we are giving, and then we re-strategize, and then we're now taking new measures. And as you can see, of late, it has intensified, and everywhere now, people are involved. But one thing commendable is that it has now become a national fight. It's no longer just the police, or government. I mean, parliamentarians, the communities, even down in the local communities, people are now really working with the police. I can't give you the statistics now, but the numbers are huge. In fact, our correctional services are almost overwhelmed now with the number of arrests, especially of those traffickers and the one that were in the cell, because those are the people who they focus on more, because we think they will supply that, who cut off that supply. Then, of course, the accessibility, will be blocked, and people then will get access to drugs. And so far, it really seems to be working, and we are satisfied with the progress. And I want to take this opportunity for tell every Sierra Leonean, Boku thank you. If you could recall, Khadija, I also visited the Interreligious Council, and they promised me, they said that they help. And since then, they also don't get involved in this drug issue, the fight. The churches, people that they preach against her now, we're going to the mosque, because almost everybody in this country, either you're not Muslim or you're not Christian. So, and some people then believe in them pastors or the imam more than any other person. Anything where they say, oh, now so me pastors say, now so reverend say, now so me daddy say, or now so me imam say. So they are also now part of the fight. In fact, recently, the CCSL, they opened the psychosocial counseling center na Maburoka, Rupolon. They invite me as the keynote speaker. So it's not only government now doing things, but people really are doing things to help the process. So one of the questions I've been asking people is, like, where a leading politician in America say, no, ask what thing government they do for you, ask what they do for you people as well, or for government. So people are now actually taking the initiative and doing a lot.
So, Mr. Minister, looking at the trajectory at which the life of young people done in a deplorable form across the country, like you talk about the government and other institutions, the targets, the traffickers of this drug. You were able to provide any statistics on the number of the traffickers that they don't make arrest on as of when the fight starts?
As I sit here, when you talk about statistics, data, it has to be accurate. I don't want to give you, but it's visible, the numbers are there. But then I can call the IG, anytime when I want to, or the NDLA executive director, they will come with the statistics.
Let we look at some of the measures them where His Excellency been at recently na a high-level stakeholder meeting, because it's becoming alarming. And some of them things that we talk about the funds for opening special funds on how una within the interagency working group for ensure say una cut the supply chain, because for if you not available, the demand no go there for go buy now that is excellency been say we go visit one of the rehab center them na Hastings. Una don't able for secure some of the funds then now we go able for enable una within a interagency working group there for go after the people them where they bring them drugs here.
Yeah, my information is that the funds are being provided, from time to time when the requests are made and the budgets are developed. So those funds are being made available to the task force. Mind you, I'm not in the task force. I'm at strategic level as minister. So you have the task force that is dealing with those operational issues.
One other issue we been come up this BNTM now where the Freetown City Council, the mayor, been come to the media and talk about statistics. Then we for I believe say every week now them the body then the Freetown City Council burial team together. We see say the ministry where they in charge of local government and community affairs been put out a letter. Usai then caution the mayor. And the mayor back in response say it is stop forget at them body. And every now and then people them don't they raise concern body the body them within at the streets of Freetown. As a ministry, how una able for intervene for the get at them body?
Thank you very much. With respect to that issue between City Council and the local government minister, you may ask for them provide data and the statistics, but the data was not really backed by evidence, in the sense that, we just see dead body, you take and then you say the person died of push. But we've crossed that issue now, that bridge, because we had a stakeholder meeting, we review what was happening. We now have come up with what you call a protocol, or some people then call SOP, waiting for do, and it's working perfectly. So basically, when there's dead body anywhere in Freetown, you call 900 across all the networks, the police. Then the police and the office of the examiner, they go and will pick up the body, they will carry and go down mortuary, and then we will try to identify the person. I mean, if relatives, then they will contact them. If they're not come, then the postmortem is done to ascertain the cause of death. And then after that, we hand over to a burial team.
So council not get anything for do it?
Council now they provide the grave. No. Council, because they own the graves, then they provide dug out grave, and then we bury the person. So that's the protocol, that's the SOP. And since we implement that, it has been working perfectly. So now that making fact, I'm not say anybody they see their body in the streets now, like first time we go there for how long. Nobody know they for pick them up. Because really, that's a responsibility we've taken over fully.
So, Mr. Minister, as we look at the measures them in this fight against drugs, now the country, just inside your opening, you talk about it's a national concern for every side element so far. The issue of beating the victims of Kush in the streets. That's something we have here.
Yeah, it's wrong. Nobody know for beat anybody. And especially when we talk about the victims, those people when they take the drugs. I mean, in fact, we're not even focused on them in terms of arrest and all that. We just let them see if they can lead with to people where they sell and where they manufacture. So at the ask here, anybody where you hold somebody when a victim, please not beat them, because it's against the law, it's against their rights. If you arrest them, you hand them over to the police. I mean, that's the best thing to do. It's totally wrong. And also want for use this opportunity for call on young people that, and I've been on the talk this over and over. They should have a dream as young people. Dream for be whatever you want to be. But then underpin that dream with values. And the one single value probably way will be comprehensive now self-discipline. So every young person, if you dream and then you have self-discipline, you can able, avoid most of these bad practices, peer group pressures, and also get yourself involved in alcoholism and all that in this. So please, young people, have a dream, get self-discipline so that you go achieve that dream. And then, of course, it'll help, like you said, H is human capital development. Because like you, when I own there today, it's because you had self-discipline. Otherwise, you would not have been here also you did today. So those are the things also, because sometimes people then can say, well, you tell the dog, you tell the bone as well. So telling them, please forget about, drugs and those harmful indulgences, alcoholism and all that. They help you. I mean, it'll give you a temporary escape, but not permanent one. After that, you come back to reality. And when there is dependency, what you do now is you want for keep the habit. So you do everything humanly possible for legal money, including even stealing, and for women, prostitution. So please, my appeal to them is that, and then also parentage with people and for make sure that let them they take care of the picking and put them some under control. You will talk the issue of lawlessness and indiscipline. We will set up a task force.
Yes, we can talk about the issue of lawlessness, but I'll try for exhaust first this issue we get for do drugs. And you make mention of the police. The police, they're under your supervision as a Minister of Internal Affairs. And the police, now one of the people we don't be victims of drugs. Every now and then you go see a video of a police officer in a state where police officer not supposed for day. The most recent one will be the trend last night. Now we youth then a community arrest somebody where they in a police regalia, OSD officer. The youth then they say government don't tell we say law be vigilante them. Why would get you the smoke kush? As a Minister of Internal Affairs, how you feel for say the people who enforce the law, then step they into this substance abuse?
Very bad, Khadija. Nobody not go really like, especially as a minister. And besides, I was also a police officer before. And you see your colleagues getting involved in that. But one good thing is we have a zero tolerance to drugs in the forces, the police. So, and it's good that they are being weeded out. And maybe probably later on, if you ask, I do come with the statistics, then they charge them not only for go court, but then also dismiss them from the force. And I want to take this opportunity for tell anybody when I'm a police officer, you then say, let you go arrest people when they do drugs, then you they take drugs, you have no place in the place. If we arrest you, we'll not only charge you, we'll dismiss you, and then we charge you, you go to court, and you go to jail. But again, Khadija, some of those audios and videos, we get for treat them with caution because they are now being recycled. So then an old one there, maybe don't happen before. I don't see this specific, the one way you talk about, but if not one way, it's been on the trend for a long time. But people then can bring and come back. Like the one for the prisons, the correctional service officer, we don't bring can. So I call the DG, because correctional service is also under me. Next thing, no, saying Father Man, they serve and jail sentence. It's not something we don't happen 4 or 5 months back, so not to a new thing. So these are some of the things people are now bringing some of these videos, just, hype up things. And well, some people will not mean well just for stir up cause some unease for everybody.
Mr. Minister, so they talk about drugs, so no just limit and no more to kush and tramadol and other substance. For about a year now, there is this allegation out there that Sierra Leone they harbor a drug fugitive. And for about 2 months now, public discussion at that. There's a particular incident. I don't know if it don't come to the attention of the police and the law enforcement agency. There's a particular incident where happened around the Juba Junction area involving a young man who they call Alan. And then say there's a gang of people there we can pull him out of a motor car. There's a scene where be happen allegedly in that place there. And from that time day to now, in family members, they're not able to see this Alan guy and rumor get him say then kidnap him, he don't die. And also rumor get and say he been get dealing with Bello Jos, where the Netherlands government they allege say it in Sierra Leone. And this Alan guy, information out there now that he don't die. I don't know if it don't come to the attention of the police.
Well, not me. Maybe the police, yes. But then I need to confirm that from IG to see whether it gets right information. But this is really news to me because sometimes I also get crime statistic data, every morning over the country. Generally, really, Sierra Leone is one of the safest places to live in this world. I can bet you on that. I mean, given what is happening around the world. But like this one is really news to me, but I'll find out,
So how holistically you go assess the police, since the police they're under your purview as a minister, how you go assess them in the fight against drug? Because we can't leave the police then they enforce whenever there are measures from government on this particular area of fights against drug, then they implement. How you go assess the police in the fight?
Generally, they're actually doing a good job. It's challenging, it's difficult, but again, equally, you have bad ones. In every institution, especially as big as the police, over 4,000 people, you get good ones, you get bad ones. But when you look at the overall performance, forget about only maybe drugs fight. I mean, your safety in Sierra Leone, there are no areas where in this country, they go. Maybe you will get freedom of go, right? There are places in the world where they call red light areas. You can't go there just like that. But all over the country, middle night, you grab, you go upline, you camp, you feel safe. Because that's really what we do. So when you look at all of that, the police, they are doing well. And even in the fight against drugs, I mean, look at the records. Look at the arrests they are making. But, of course, there are bad ones. We will try for weed out the bad ones. And then we encourage the one when they do a good job. And we also for help. I mean, when somebody do good job, pattern at the back, we say, thank you. They do well. It encourage them, it inspire them for let do well. But if you pick inside, you go school all the time, they say, oh, this speaking bad, this speaking bad. You go just say, even if they do good things, comment down, then at the end of the day, it go turn bad.
As one of the key areas, and just like within Khadija mentioned about President Bio, the focus on human capital development. Of recent, we see where President Bio visits the rehab center na Hastings, but plenty concerns they come up from the public about that particular place. Not enough for able to get the victims them. So within your ministry, they do in align with government for ensure we get more strategic rehab centers across the country.
Well, my colleague, Minister of Social Welfare, she's really working in that area more. And then I think they don't open new rehab center now, Daru. The one at Genderman and Bo, then they expand them. They try now also for they get na the north. Like I said, the social counseling center where CCSL open. I mean, I don't see if we can partner with them. I mean, they have the facilities, they have the expertise. but they need accommodation so that they will able admit people to those facilities. So she's not here now. Maybe you need for like invite her, and then you could talk to that issue much better. But yes, indeed. But it needs a lot of resources, because I think 10 million per day per person, just to keep them. If you multiply that by how many people, it's a lot of money. And as you see all over the world, even in Sierra Leone, we are challenged. So we encourage people. I mean, it's not only government. I mean, like one Reverend Gobe late now, they been get a place where they call City of Rest around Grafton area, where they they admit people. So people can also, I think in McKinney, there is one young man we open his own rehab center. We're really commendable. So these are some of the things also we encourage people for let them do, and then government can come in for support then. I mean, not to everything government all the time. I mean, so what can we do also to help? Because these are our brothers, our sisters, our kids. Nobody in this country who has not been affected by drug, definitely. I mean, even me here, person, cousin, so let us all continue for work together rather than the blame game or government is not doing this. I mean, those people are not doing that, etc., etc. So it doesn't help. Now that we're all taking it up as a national crisis, a national fight, let us fight collectively, collaboratively together so that we go reduce and eliminate them from our society. And it's a very small country, we can do it. Now I can they call the chiefs then in some other places and don't begin their own small communities, because they know everybody. And if we really make those communities very strong, crime no will commodity for come up. People then within the community, now then they sell, they go able to identify them and weed them out. We can do it with determination and courage.
Mr. Minister, for the past 1 year, Salon don't dey na the limelight because of drugs or drugs-related issues, especially from the term where the Netherlands government repeatedly, the media in the Netherlands, international media, they report say there is an individual when a fugitive, where then they look for go serve in jail time. And na a New Year mass, they say they see him na the church with His Excellency the President. That been spark a whole lot of debate. And for the first time, we see the IGP being come out, now the Ministry of Information and Press Conference, where they can all and give updates to the general public, but waiting the police know so far. So since you say the IGP can give you regular updates, but different investigation they do, let's just take a short clip of waiting the IGP been say. Maybe you might don't get updates on that where you say go update the public or no side the IG in investigation this so far. Lord, just watch this short clip of waiting the IG been say 9 months back. They will cancel you. If you get updates now, you go update the public on outside the investigation day.
I think currently I have a thing.
All right, apologies. Honorable forget sound from that particular clip there. That's not been the same way the Inspector General of Police, Fire Cell, will be attend the government press briefing. Also, it been give updates to the general public. The them way the Netherlands government be they allege say a fugitive wouldn't they look for, wouldn't they call Bello Jos. They na Sierra Leone, and then Siam Isidom na in New Year Mass with His Excellency the President. The IGP being come out to the public, he said that particular individual then Sabiam as Umar Sharif, and then they do investigation. But almost 9 months now where the IGP been said, and they up till now the public not get any information from the IGP. And today we get the Minister of Internal Affairs, and of course they in charge of the police, the correctional service, and the fire force, and now the man where they in charge of internal security. So he go just use this opportunity for updates the viewers them, because the last we interviewed the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Naya Ibisidon, so he say yes, the encounter partner Netherlands don't write to them for let them extradite this individual. So waiting at the status with Bello Jos.
Well, when I took over, I came in December. I had a visit from the U.S. ambassador and also the EU ambassador to Sierra Leone. I mean, in discussion, they raised this issue. So I call IG. I say, these are the issues. What do you know about Omar Sharif or Bello Jos, whatever they call him, because I don't know him really. They say, you get this person in your custody? They say, no. Are you looking for him? They say, yes. So if you get any information leading to this person, you will tell me? They say, yes.
That's
but yes. Okay. But he's not come back to me on that issue. So for me, I don't know. Well, of course, I can't speak for the AG. I mean, he has said he has received extradition documentation. He's looking at them. Maybe you need to invite him to tell you where he is with that. But I think presently he's out of the country.
Yeah. But as somebody who's in charge of internal security and ex-security person, if the Netherlands government, they insist, say, this person then they look for drug-related issues, murder issues, then a Sierra Leone, are you concerned for get this kind of person as somebody in charge of internal security and form where you take over in December? Up till now, the IG say it look for this person, not come back to it. You know, things in a cause for concern?
Definitely. I mean, when you say organized crime generally, they lead to so many other things. And like you said, I've been in security. I know when you have, especially drug, somebody who is related to drug issues, they can be very violent and they can cause a lot of disability. Destabilization, sorry, not disability. So I'm concerned, and that's why I called the IG for let it give me that update. But if they not come back to me on the issue, then what do you do? Definitely, I was a police officer. I'm no longer a police officer. I cannot do the work of the IG. So, but again, I'll continue to ask him for let give me any updates. If there's any trace of him, he should be arrested and then handed over.
I just want to take you back, Mr. Minister, from one of the statements where you make earlier on inside the program that Sierra Leone are the safest place for live, not the old war.
One of the safest
places for live.
In fact, we want to make it the safest place to live in the world.
So
that's my vision.
You feel say that's applicable when we have issues with regards to this Bello Jos, where people on the claim say they are the country and it's a drug lord and all. If you say people outside, if you say Sierra Leone is a safe place, we the world they look out for them kind of people in there.
Okay, as far as I'm concerned, really, Sierra Leone is one of the safest places even as of today. I mean, prove me wrong. Don't you feel safe in Sierra Leone? Khadija, don't you feel safe in Sierra Leone as we speak? Okay, that's one issue. I mean, let us don't be distracted by that one issue because this person is there. But when you look generally, we are very safe and we'll continue to keep it safe. That I can promise you. And not only safe, but to be the safest. Because as I said, when I come, we're doing a strategic plan, and the vision is that, and we can work towards it.
Somebody will live out of the country. Now if you say the country is safe because of the world is looking for that individual.
Yeah, but that one individual, yes, I mean, based on maybe because of the money they have, the contacts. But honestly, I'm not too bothered because for me, I think we are providing the level of safety for now that gives me some comfort that in Sierra Leone we are safe.
Another place again where they under your supervision at the immigration department. And recently, they catch people we connected to this same Omar Sharif na Dubai. They extradite them come na Turkey. Allegedly, they catch them with Sierra Leone diplomatic passports. And this issue of Sierra Leone passports being in the hands of wrong people. And even this Omar Sharif, allegedly, he gets Sierra Leone diplomatic passports, Mr. Minister.
I say you say, but like this person wouldn't say them arrest in Turkey with diplomatic passport. I've been asking if they can give me a copy or a number of that passport. Up to now, I haven't had it. I don't know if you get some, because these are just claims, allegations, you know. But I don't think anybody don't publish any of those passports. Have you seen it?
Not yet, but that's what the media they report.
No. But you didn't have the media.
Just extradite them from Dubai to Turkey.
Yeah, but nobody has really published those. I mean, if we see the numbers, then publish the passport, especially the biodata, we'll say your face, your name, and everything there, and then we'll say diplomatic passport. Then we can launch an investigation to see how they got those passports.
But is it true that Sierra Leone passports, they're in the hands of wrong people?
Oh yeah, definitely, because there are some people where then arrest, I think, were not only with drugs, you know, some other people were allegedly they get salon passport, but I think they did it with the connivance of some Sierra Leoneans where they can't help for letting get the passport. So yes, I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's not only Sierra Leone. I mean, other countries as well. You get people where they get those countries' passport where they're not supposed to get.
But then they will still say the immigration department, the them where they extradite them two individual there, where they link with Belojos from Turkey to Dubai. The immigration department pull a press release say, hey, Chido ask them for mount an investigation. So if the immigration department, they do an investigation, it's obvious you as the minister, you didn't know about this investigation.
Well, they've not come back to me yet on that, but I'll go find out from the CIO, what they not do with that. But me ask, nobody show me any passport, or they not give me any passport number so far. So as you say, those are just allegations as far as I'm concerned.
No cancel Yenga.
Yeah.
Literally the issues of Yenga starts. You will make some statements them in relation to how now for use diplomacy for settle some of these issues. Let me just go back and see if we technician and go able to play a clip of you, the the way we make this statement. And Lord, we know if anything don't change from then time we talk this in relation to the issue of Yenga and to now.
If that really the Guineans then they push for, we want to ensure that the matter is resolved amicably, peacefully, and diplomatically, because of course we don't suffer the consequences of war, and nobody no want bloodshed. I think there's sinister intentions, basically, and they want to continue, then hold on Yenga. We full say there is some disconnect between themselves, the one that they on the ground deployed, and their authorities back in Conakry. Yeah, but we still believe, say, diplomacy is the best option. Because even if you go to war, and we know countries that really don't go to war before now, at the end of the day, then get for going at the table for go talk, so that then we'll resolve the issue sustainably, because we not think say war is the answer. So probably now that then you've gone for and then get them reasons, but we still the restraint. But nonetheless, we officers then that we security services then get right to defend themselves and to protect the people. So that's what they're doing, and that make in fact then increase the deployment na Sokoma, and we side then they presently na Pegu Bendu. Diplomacy painful and arduous, but I think say not the best option, because mind you, don't forget, I mean, there could be some other players, other hands behind some of these issues where they happen, basically because people don't want war in Africa so that they will able to cut away with resources. Because when we get involved in war, we're not able to take control of the resources with pleasure. Just take for instance the issue in Ukraine. We all know now everybody they're going to Ukraine and they make deals so that they will cut away their mineral resources. And in Sierra Leone, because of the gains and development that we will do, a lot of people not going to let that happen. So then go on for take us back, and we not go on for do that. Even with people, because I'm part of them. In fact, we grant parents can come up. Now a president called Lengor Bengu inside Guinea. But now the colonial boundaries, now just divide we. Put some of the people then in Liberia, put some in Sierra Leone, put some in Guinea, and they want that division to continue. With Africa now to talk about borderless states, so that we will concentrate on development and improve the lives of our people. But some people don't want that to happen. They want to cut away with resources, so that when there is war, we will begin to buy weapons and ammunition. We're not good for it.
Okay.
And we no one go down that line.
All right, that's not the words of the minister, Morie Lengor. 6 months ago, where the Yenga issue start again, people then become displaced. And for you, you believe, say, diplomacy not the right way. Although Guinea them, they want war, but Sierra Leone, una not dey in that place there. So 6 months down the line, waiting don't change, waiting at the update.
I thank you when you play that clip, and I still stand my stance, because diplomacy is the cheapest way to go. War is expensive and we cannot afford it, given our circumstances and with people over there. As I've been saying, ECHO has been calm. Then don't engage, they engage we don't explain our own side. We provided all the documentation. Then go, then say, then we'll contact Guinea. And then at the end of the day, they will come back to us. But you know, there are certain political issues in Guinea currently were not quite resolved yet internally. So I think that's what they are waiting for, so that they can do the visit and then come back to us. But nonetheless, what we they do now is, even as we talk diplomacy, we are putting our evidence together if we need to take it to another level. Not war, but probably looking at court issues, for go to court. But then we put in our evidence together. So that's the preparation we're doing. Whilst we wait for ECOWAS for let them get Guinea, their own version, and then come back to us. So that's where we are. But on the ground, things are calm, although those people who are displaced, they are still displaced from Yenga, but then our military are deployed there, and the people then in Akwendu, then they go about, not very normal, but normal life. But of course, I mean, especially those who are displaced, then you're not going to really say they are not comfortable, but we're doing everything humanly possible to make sure that they are okay.
The issue of Yenga don't they for decades, governments don't come, governments don't go. And most of the officials in our government always use this adjective of diplomacy in this particular fight. And of recent, we don't see plenty of the Sierra Leonean population now. Yenga has been misplaced. They don't be displaced people as we speak now. So if we say this issue of diplomacy will continue, wise the Guinean troop they within Yenga, they've been using force on the Sierra Leonean populace.
What option do you have that you can recommend?
So there is no other option from government except
diplomacy?
Don't say
diplomacy and court so that we can have. So, but then, as I say again, it needs patience. I mean, but what option you think say you get? Because, okay, we don't do this, and this is what we're doing. We've told our people, even they themselves, don't tell we say they don't want war, because, I mean, it will end up just in unnecessary suffering and loss of life unnecessarily. And as I say, me, that they are come out now, part of them. I'm in constant touch with them. They've told us we want diplomacy, we don't want war. So if there's no, we'll not go to war and we use diplomacy, which other option you propose? Can you tell me?
Mr. Minister.
Yeah.
You don't leave another side for quite a very long time. And
you
probably go and assess how the Guinea as a country they operate for gets that particular land there. And according to the geographical setting, it's clear seeing a Sierra Leone gets Yenga. So just like we ask, what's the other option? I don't know the other option because you are in government. So we expect say,
we get, and we think say not the best. One, we continue for use diplomacy. If it doesn't work, we go to court. And we are preparing for that.
How soon? Now, gonna this?
Well, one wait until ECOWAS come back to us. But again, if they don't come back, maybe there's something cabinet will deliberate on and then take any other line of action. But definitely the issue of going to court is the second option.
One of the same ECOWAS, the one for one of this place where the Guinean military then stop there?
Yes or no, because what happened, they came to Sierra Leone. We wanted to use our own side to go to Yenga, but they had, they were planning for let them go Guinea and then come to Yenga. So, and unfortunately, like I said in that clip, those on the ground, the soldiers, there seemed to be a disconnect between them and the authorities, the superiors. So they said, initially they said, yeah, we can go. And then when we were on the way for go now, then they changed their mind. They said, no. But these are people, they are diplomats, not to soldiers, where they go come with guns and all that. I mean, if maybe in a ECOWAS soldier been come, sometimes they not before stop, then for just go. But these are diplomats, they don't want to cause any issue. So that's why they said, okay. Now then we say, if they don't withdraw the consent, so to let us go back, and then we go through their government and come to Yenga from their side.
So now that we President Bio being the chairman for ECOWAS, you're not facing an edge for the country for able to resolve that issue.
Yeah, definitely. But you see,
has been any progress so far since when President took that leadership in this fight against for Yenga?
One of the things that happened, able to get the ECOWAS team for Kamal. It was a high-powered delegation with ambassadors, very senior people from ECOWAS. So that's now one good move. But these are democratic institutions. Even if you are chair, you cannot just force your way and say things that they must happen now. You have your colleague head of states, you discuss issues, you agree, you come to a consensus. So he's using that opportunity so that ECOWAS head of states will see what is happening for them to get the information so that they can take the best decision in the interest of Sierra Leone.
Now that you don't give updates for waiting they happen, we know they na Yenga. We don't know the current updates, but we don't dey in conversation with Chief Augustine Tamba. They give we updates, but the people them. So since we been also go host you today, reach out to the chief. We send a message for give we first-hand information, but waiting they happen with them currently. As you rightly said, and still displaced for them. Say they now one guest house. Now they then go lodge them through government support, and they're there. So Lord, just listen to waiting Chief Augustine Tamba been tell we as to waiting at the current situation we dey now.
Right now, we all live in condition na Yenga, it's too bad for we. And right away from since we Guineans they occupy that land. I not tell you land. We they occupy that land. Right now, we don't get freedom aid for turn back na Yenga. Where they talk to Nangisho Ade. Right now, I know they tell you lie. They will not expect the aid for let them to turn back na Yenga. So I they tell government right now, we live in condition not stable for we. All things we been done work na Yenga under these 24 years. All done well. Guineans then right now, then the well we house then, which we don't left na the host the all. Then they take and kill and go back na their own country. Because of we not in a Yenga. I dey tell Papa government, let it talk say yes. Now what you are day? It's sorry for me, I'm sorry what you are day. Because I been done work for me picking then, at the fair foundation for me picking then. Right now, that's not it with me. So I dey tell Papa government say, let it try for me. Let it try for we Yenga people then. Let us try for we Yenga people then. And right now, me I not expect right now if it's Guinean soldier then they move na Yenga. Now what say we do so? So Papa government, let it try. Let it try. Right now the living condition is bad for we. Let government try is send job for we. We not get what say we get money. We not they work other side. We just don't know more for let wait for government. Now 7 months we don't hold so. We not able to live for nothing. We not get no assets where they work now. Instead we say we sit down. Papa government, let it try for we. Let we turn back now we learn how we go to live there peacefully. How we will get chance for let we live na Yenga. Me what tina so I want go back na Yenga. Right now we say I sit down so. But now the living condition bad for me. I dey feel am. I no get access no side which I did so. So do you have Papa government, the central government? I dey tell and thank you because it don't come the security dey na ya and with the worker inside Kwedu town. But me own thinking now for let go back na Yenga. I like as done na ya 20 years. I no get no foundation for me picking then. War don't drive we how much years? 11 years war. We don't go do na Guinea. Me don't go back na me own street land where na Yenga. I don't move le back under refugee Nangisho. Do you have Papa government? I dey beg you. Let make all the favor, let give all the chance. Do you let go back na Yenga? Do you now this again for talk? Because I dey feel am. Me begin them day, then they go school, but now if they ask me for anything, I don't get. Because what I been they get all, then they don't block. Guinea man they say let we not go there. Then don't block we. So do you have Papa government? Let's try for we to turn back na Yenga. Now this again for talk. We not dey na Yenga na soldier Guinea then dey na Yenga. Right now if you go there then they are last week. So do you have Papa government? Well, sit down, I will sit down for you. Thank you.
Well, that's not the chief who they represent the displaced people, Mr. Minister. You don't hear it from you don't plead with you now. They want to go back. And 7 months now, then just in a one guest house. And according to them, they are really suffering.
I agree. And I did feel am for him, and now we people there. But I guess the plea to him, le ebia, and then we are working on it. I mean, hopefully by the grace of God, then we'll go back because everybody know, even Guineans, then guess they do it and they do, but they don't say Yenga belongs to Sierra Leone. But sometimes also people do things for, in diplomacy, for called distraction, and then where they get pressure at home, you want to find some side way, you let people then focus, then forget about what didn't happen. So it's possible, then we don't say, oh, Sierra Leone fed we for that place they did. Because like you, where you don't know the geography, Yenga is just about like 400 square miles, like 4 football fields put together. It's not a big place, not a small village. 100 and something people really, So, but then go give the impression as if now big place where Sierra Leone want take. So, so you divert your attention. Oh, so people begin to think more about Sierra Leone, they want to come fed with Sierra Leone, and they want to do this, so that the pressure on you could be relieved. We don't see other people and they do the same thing, even in big countries, so that they distract. So we feel saying that really, but hopefully, if they resolve their political situation, I mean, things could change. So that's what we think it will happen really. But then I feel sorry for them, and myself personally, in fact, me don't they also help them, out of me, because now my brother and sister then, and we will try to let them be more comfortable than how they did now.
One of the key areas we mentioned about government pleading to government for come to the aid in terms of providing food, because they are no longer working against some of them are farmers and you don't left you on ground as you've been on use for do things, and now you did now other town, So it's difficult for like able for survive, even if you have picking them, So I don't know how waiting through you ministry and government we able for ensure say they are safe outside in there as we speak.
No, we did one. I mean, if you go back, you can play clips. The honorable way they can testify. If you call them, not the Kwendu area, try for provide some medical facilities, improve on some infrastructure. I mean, very recently, the chief minister himself been go, and they don't take some measures where, things are getting better. But as you say, really, your own place, now your own place, you want to go for like, be comfortable. That's what we're really talking about. So we'll continue for work on that. I work closely with my colleague, Minister of Internal Affairs in Liberia. Himself, they work with me. And then the TC Women Association with for Liberia, Guinea, Sierra Leone, then come to me. Then self want to be part of the solution. In fact, we get for launch the association sometime in April, hopefully. And then come to me, we work on that. So, because as I say, we're all not kissy people in that area. Now the colonial boundary now can divide we. Because then the people that are Yenga, then get them brother and sister, then just across the river, And I mean, they come and go. I mean, the problem is really, if just the soldier them commodity, they're not getting no problem. Now, where then they stop them. But that interaction, we don't they go on. If I not that more than the miss, rather than really where they're not their home.
Was Sierra Leonean flag no? In a Yenga.
No.
Is there any Sierra Leonean symbol
the
or
Yenga
flag?
itself,
the Yenga town itself?
No. The Yenga town itself, no Sierra Leone flag, no.
Then we talk about lawlessness.
Yeah.
And Okay, let for remind you some of the things the way you say, especially where you be just calm, what you want for do, and how you want for curb lawlessness. Because for you, President Bill, we don't talk and say lawlessness and indiscipline no get no place in society.
Yeah.
And now some of the things then this way you be say, the 10 day way you be they talk about the strategies and the steps them where you don't put in place for curb lawlessness. So let's just watch the 10 day way you say this and try for reflect the reality now. How far you don't go if indeed you don't able for fight against lawlessness.
No, we target the CBD. CBD, na the bikes, especially commercial bikes. Then they bang people, then jog phone, bang motorcar. Then we say we get for sanitize that, and we consolidate that. And I'm sure we all go agree with me now that there's a lot of sanity in the CBD. Because what we do, even as we do them with operation, we cooperate with one another, we complement one another, we coordinate properly, we collaborate, and we also communicate to the people who are affected. So that if we go certain place, we know so we can, we tell them, and we pre-warn them. So the next thing we do, we took a number of streets, think about 23, but now with city council, then can then give you the list. Because people then claim say city council can give them license permit for let them trade, let them and do business in the street. But they say then they give permit, small license for do business, but they know they tell people say let them go sit down outside people then they waka. And mostly that they affect a lot of people. Speaking in one waka, na them place them, they're not able to go school. Pass them go waka na street. Outside motoka they bang them, keke they bang them, okada they bang and wound.
So now they're able for pull the bikes and the keke and the CBD, the street trading, the bikes.
Because now them really cause problems.
Yes,
the CBD.
The streets they wanna work with city council and send on the name, wanna able for pull people and name.
Yeah, the bike riders and some of the traders, yes, we don't move them. I mean, you can see it's a way to go around now. Look, for instance, the American embassy, that junction where we go, you see now how trees are planted there. It's beautiful because that place was like almost a no-go area for people. The diplomats and everybody we are complaining, and but now it's better to look. I mean, coming here, Kinhaman Road, first term, Sport Loop, and all those other places. So if I will set up a task force, now the Deputy Inspector General of Police, and in charge of the task force, they meet every 2 weeks, review what they have done, and then continue, look at new places. The rains being hold a little bit because really, I mean, we therefore broke structures and during the rain, so we've been slowed down a little bit, but now the drives are back, so we'll therefore continue. It's something we normally go on for years. I mean, yourself know. I think from where I know where you're born, you're not young people, then, you want to see this problem, it's like a normal something, so a lot of people not even know, say, that's not the normal thing for us. So for deal with that situation, it takes time, it takes patience, and not a quick fix. I don't always tell people, and we also deal with the mindsets, So that's why we also do outreach, education. Some side and the police and the whole mic, and we go tell people, then these are the things you're not supposed to do. I mean, like in most residential areas, people are not in the sleep 10 o'clock till next day. But now in most of those residential areas, 10 o'clock, they stop music because picking and get for study. People then come on work and net, they want to go sleep. They know they sleep, they're not able to sleep. That's what's going on. But now that also is minimizing, and people are now understanding that. I mean, I not say if you go now along the beach, because that now here where they fall, then you want it till 12 o'clock. But really, completely residential areas, they allow music after 10 o'clock. You can get 1 or 2 can happen, but then the police can go in, then stop. And I want to leave this number again, 900 across. Anybody way, somebody they play loud music after 10 o'clock in your residential area, you call them and go address them.
Then restricted areas, and we you talk about for prevent, the bike them not for go, and concerns when they come out from some allegedly from bike riders them that you have selected bikes them. We still they go to the restricted areas, and even that way they don't refer to them places as a CBD no go area. But bike man go tell you say me not go reach and except other bike man go reach the way probably get an influence with the police.
No, that's not true. They always they find excuse. Some of those other bikes we can go. In fact, that make can see they not can get pillion. But on private bikes, like maybe the police, the military, and other witnesses, so we'll not restrict those. Mostly now the commercial bikes then we restrict. But it's really difficult, but we keep on, when you forget more than they can, they sleep. But I'm very, very stubborn. But we are happy that we really don't sanitize them. I mean, for some months now, it really don't make a difference. First thing, we people for letting go out and CBD, you still have been afraid for good day. But now you can able work a day. It's better, and we are sustaining it. That's the issue, sustaining it. It's not easy, but we do our best so that we will sustain it. I don't know, maybe we're not going to give you credit, but where credit is due, we're not going to really say there has been a lot of improvement in those areas.
All right, let me take few messages. We don't come for you. The first one they take now from Facebook. Sheku by Kamara, they say, Khadija, please tell Mr. Lengor to visit Samba Gota via Robert Street, Nimbana Street, Kube, and back of SLPP HQ. These places are well known for kush and drug sales, yet the police and law enforcement authorities are turning blind eye on them. I've been given intel of these people's arrests were made and the same persons have been released. My question is, should these drug sellers be granted bail or released?
The next one, they come up from Floxy. It say the war on drug cannot be win unless we see the lab around the country being brought down. The IG and you, Mr. Minister, your responsibility to bring those labs down.
Maria Brando, they say, please ask the minister why since the IGP clocked a retirement age of 60 years, but he's still in office. Does it mean that there are no competent officers to succeed him?
The next one, they come up from Mohamed Suleiman Koma. He say, this Omar Sheriff guy photo is all over the place, and the minister said he doesn't know him. This is the person we as a nation has been looking for to curb the issue of drug across the country.
All right, Franklin Kawu, they say, Mr. Minister, there is a Sierra Leonean consulate in Turkey. Who else will be better placed to give you copies of the diplomatic passports being used by Don Vito?
The next one, they come out from Ishmael Koma. I say, Khadija, can we do, I think this one is not too clear.
Abdullah Bilukule, they say, I share the minister's views that Sierra Leone is one of the safest places to live. The problem of drugs is not specific to Sierra Leone, as it is a global issue. Does the USA qualify as a safe country for travel or residents considering its high level of crime and drugs?
Next one, they come up from Alfred Kamara. He say a country safety is defined from different social, economic, and other factors. If the minister can pinpoint on the few safety guards referencing all those sectors.
All right, the last one we go take, they come out from Lamin Sise. He say, Mr. Minister, 3 young guys are currently lying at Funkia Junction with sores on their feet. What can you do to get them off that place and perhaps be supported?
And the last one I'll take now, Facebook page, they come out from Albert to say the question, who was the man next to the president's daughter in the church? How did he came into the country? And where is his whereabouts? If he cannot answer those particular questions from the minister, I think somebody decided for ask for let the minister answer some of them questions, then they.
All right, quickly, Mr. Minister.
Yeah.
Okay, just quick one. Somebody, they say stopping music at 10 p.m. when the festive season is in the corner. How can you manage this, Mr. Minister?
Okay, so thank you very much. I think the people were sending questions, and it means really they are following up on what is happening and they're interested. And I want for telling a lot of thanks. Some are commendation, as I can say, and some might be critical. With respect to stopping 10 p.m., I want to appeal to everybody. I'm not say the area we designated for enjoyment, but residential areas, for God's sake, let us keep them residential areas. So that, I mean, it's interesting. Some then young people encounter me in my house, Magic Town, say they want to give them clearance, festive season they come. I said, no, I said residential area. If not to me, they give clearance. So we go work very hard. I mean, I guess some people when they come to me, okay, this now. I mean, we encourage young people, we keep them within the self. So, we keep them play music, I said, no, in fact, then young people, then for they go sleep. Especially the one way they go school. You know me say because you want to do business, so then get for they around. And other people, they're not well. When net can, they want sleep. People, they don't work whole day. When they go home, they want rest. So that the next day, then go come. Otherwise, it will cause psychological problem for them. School picking, them get distracted. The failure will boku, and then at the end of the day, they come back on society. So they all work together. Even this possible way they talk this, reach out to the people, educate them, about this noise pollution, so that we will address the issue. Okay, they say somebody, this Joss or so, when me say I'm not Sabian, but honestly, I'm not Sabian because I'm not been doing government at the time. The pictures what they see, I mean, at 9 them said, nah, Omar Sharif, not so. Because if I don't know him, I don't know him. You know him. I mean, if anyone like yourself, where you there around, if you say you go on Ola, not so, but you're not Sabian. So please, this person, like, forgive me. Well, I say I'm not Sabian. Honestly, not true. I'm not Sabian. Talk about safety. I mean, safety is really how you feel about yourself, and especially if you go in an area, place where you work. I mean, okay, even things like armed robbery, when you talk about, it don't take quite a while when I hear about armed robbery, not only because the police they work, but the communities also are helping. And first time you then business center, then they jog your phone there. So now you work, you feel okay. I mean, they hardly let them go broke your house now for let them go thief. Okay, or not say they have thief them, especially then push over there where then they pass now compound, then pick you close on the line or for let them go sell, get money. So now that make people want to get them off drugs. But yes, I mean, like that possible talk, even in America and other places. I mean, I don't go to America. Any side you go, you're afraid. Because at any given time, somebody can just come out nowhere, they can begin to shoot. Even in England, they get stabbing knife, some places, some streets. Then there's also in India, red pot, just explosion, how many people die. The same in Pakistan. So, I mean, we should be thankful about what we had been look, oh, the Sidonaya, we know they think about, anybody coming to attack us, or you just come outside. So I think we should thank ourselves for that. Yes, this person will talk about Samba Gota and back of SLPP office. We'll look into that. But you can say way police can arrest and they release them. Where police they arrest, when they go, especially when them plenty, then they look for the sellers. Because as you say, some of the other one then are victims, so then they go there for go smoke. So if you say they go lock them all up, let's not go there for let we keep them all. So now so then they do, you then find out say, I guess an addict, a victim, they know they detain you. So then they left you. But most of the time then they go back because then things say now they then go get the drugs. But once then we then do the arrest, then the one that when are the seller, when are the dealer, they're not the release some at all. And there's now no, even the Chief Justice don't help now, special court, and then they say they're not they release anybody way, then they arrest. But me, I really want to let them go beyond just saying heavy sentence, because provision in the law for anybody with the traffic with the manufacture for giving them life in prison. I think if they begin to give people their life imprisonment, then you go outside as a deterrent. So I want to use this opportunity again for appeal to the judiciary for let them help with this fight. Let them not just talk about heavy sentence, but let them give the maximum when our life in prison for people that were in the manufacture. Of course, they bring down the labs. Recently, I've been doing our Hastings, some of the lab equipment then where them seized. In fact, lab also give information today. Now where I've been get for Kenya, we been get for go do some destruction of drugs where NDLA and the task force been done arrest within the Natoku. So, but next time when they do them, we'll go invite Tuna so that Tuna say good day. So then they do them now. But because I've been done and give me work for Kaya, that I make an all good day are there. So, in fact, first thing, the court not been allow we for let us destroy until the case turned on. And now they've been cause a lot of problems, even in thief, even some policemen and whoever they say they can go sell. So, but now we can just keep small. And at that, the court would not agree on the practical direction, then we destroy the rest. So today, as I speak, then they destroy a lot of drugs.
There are additional 5 decisive measures there by His Excellency, Mr. Minister. It really they help una in the fight.
I mean, Khadija, yourself, you go admit, say it's working. You know the number of people in the arrest? The dealers, the traffickers, in Bo, Kenema, McKinney. I mean, in fact, because of this measure, now we know even the kind of people, even old people are involved. One Mamina McKinney with them all, remember? I mean, and then what in this case was so bizarre because in Peking die of, so instead of the revenge, they avenge in Peking. So that's really scary. And then some young girls, then somebody, they go Liberia with a woman with cocaine. So those arrests are being made and then they are being processed. The courts, I think recently, then give some Nigerians with them in there on trial. I think, heavy sentences for drugs. So yes, I think those measures are working. But I guess for a lot of sustainer, and if we sustain now, I think we will put the drug situation under control very soon.
All right. Many thanks, Mr. Minister. Now, an absolute pleasure for get you here today. Can explain wealth of issues from the drugs fights, the Yenga, and also internal security. And according to you, Sierra Leone is the safest place to be right now. And we look forward for get you from time to time as you continue for be in charge of internal security. Many thanks for joining me this morning. Well,
Maybe before we go, I just want to say the ministry, we get a website at www.moia.gov.sl. I mean, if you go there, most of the ministry and activities they're there, so people can reach out there. And then we also, they're in the process now for validate and launch a strategic plan. We're not the vision for make Sierra Leone the safest place to be. And we don't do consultation externally, the provinces and everybody. They don't make input. UNDP, I want to tell them a lot of thanks because they give you support, financial support for let we get where we are. And I want to tell the ministry and all the agencies a lot of thanks for their cooperation and support since I take over that ministry. And the staff, they're wonderful, they're doing very well. And I also want to tell them a lot of thanks because we really do all now part of helping Sierra Leone to be safe so that Sierra Leone will prosper, and also for help the young people so that they will stay off drugs. Because, I mean, just sitting here talking the media, and it goes a long way, not only nationally, but internationally as well. So I also want to tell them a lot of thanks for what they do.
All right, thank you for thanking us.
You. Okay.
Well, now then, this edition of the Breakfast Show, na Musa Saukuma and Samuel Thomas, na then give technical support to the production team for this edition of the Breakfast Show. Mituna. Continue for watch Liberty TV throughout the day as we get very interesting content them what they produce for now, as this is the only digital platform where they get stories of public interest. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a good day.
And me. Throughout the day, we will upload the content to update the public with reliable information across the country. Stay blessed and get yourself a comfortable day.
Mina Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown, and I want Rob Mott Lilibit for this proposed plan for divide Freetown into 3 cities. The reason why government give, they're saying that because of development, they're saying that because of improving service delivery. I can tell you up front, any city where they, who side will not plan the use of land, you not get land use planning, who side building permits, they're not effective, it will mean to say access will be a problem. And also access not a problem, you will get challenged with disaster, you will get challenged with emergency access, you will get challenged with sanitation. And let me watch for we serve the reality of waiting 45% of we city actually fever.
Me 3 grand picking there with me picking in wealth in mama. They're all not dying at this water crisis because people block the place where the water can, just can't flush the hose. Then 4 die.
People just they build all side. So even this community what this place them when an access wood, where vehicle for come. As soon as you the kind side, so you na be access wood. If incidents happen now, vehicle one kind side, ambulance one kind side. Now this community for can collect, let's just say emergency. How na feel say that the ambulance go cancel? They will pass them to and can go na the main line.
You see, we start to mapia, motor no de kaya, bike no de kaya, or say bike de kaya.
We try to cool themselves. This clean salon business. For kind size and able enter, pass to take the dirty them, don't go on our side. So don't build at the place.
You see? Then dirty the way the community people, then they pull from and where they see small rain, where then they twin and then drainage. Now then they wash now the streets where we can see. You know, I feel like one time where rain come by Kisi Road, where at the pass, rain come, I see a huge dirty in the middle of the street. You know, where because of people don't get that ideology and that mindset, they say where rain come, then garbage, only for go to one agota, let water wash them. And forget say now the city then the dirty. You know, I feel them for the council people on that day because them they don't work that morning day, then where rain come, then come back, then can't sweep.
All this are because of planning all day. All man they do but so bad. Try to go inside, for gather the dirty them, for care and gonna do. Some people are not get choice, so you go give them clean, so you clean, so bobo. You go left for people and do what's there.
Because they don't say Freetown City Council, holy solely, they're facing a council they do road, they're facing a council they give building permit, let people and build a road, let people and block us and access road where people want to car for pass or try for kind side for collect people and dot. Not to mayor they in charge of giving building permits, not to mayor they in charge of making road. We get the SLRSA, we get the Ministry of Lands, when are they in charge of issue those things to people where you know they do them thing and they. If law and order no they all man they go do no more what he wants, who side salon they go?
Freetown City Council not give up. We still move forward with we new sanitation bylaw, and we really expect for see continued improvements because we don't make improvements. Dividing the city, the situation go worse because the Lily money we for go towards service delivery will now go for run the operating cost of 2 additional councils. So let we not fix the wrong problem. The problem we need for fix, now the problem of service delivery. Dividing Freetown, we not get for fix now and then.
Country like Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Tell them like this, where politics they shape the future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to
One program where they ask the hard question them and seamlessly bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers, the voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue, one-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.